Welcome, I'm Andrea Clausen, and I am here today to chat about the Kapha dosha. So I am doing a quick, brief introduction into the doshas. So that we had Vata and Pitta the last few weeks, and we're finishing up with Kapha. And sad to report, I recorded this, and it didn't record onto my computer, so I'm re-recording it. So cheers to this one saving. So let's tackle the Kapha dosha and the Kapha energy. I am going to share my screen, so we have a better feel for what's going on. All right, so Kapha dosha, they're associated with the earth and the water. So this has got that heaviness and that grounded feeling. The gunas associated with it are, it's cold, it's wet, it's heavy, gross, dull, dense, static, soft, smooth, cloudy. So it's all the deep, dark energy. But the gunas, I would definitely say these are also your Mother Earth, just the women who you just, or men who you just want to hug. They're just so nice, so kind, so compassionate. Like that's just the static. They're just consistent. They're just soft. They're warming. You just like want to hug. Like you're so nice. Those are your guna qualities also associated with Kapha. So in balance, Kaphas are strong bodily tissues, hardy immune systems, and lubricated joints, meaning their bodies really are working well. So when they're in balance, they're not sick often. Their joints are feeling good. They're just like, yeah, I feel great. Now, out of balance, Kaphas tend to be the ones who will hold on to excess weight. So body frames, they might be a little bit more larger built, but that's not always the case because Kaphas, again, out of balance, can gain excess weight. That does not mean excess weight means Kapha. Like just so we understand, like I don't want people to assume just because I'm a Kapha means I'm destined to be, overweight. That's not the case. That's only if you're feeling out of balance and you really associate with Kapha. Something is going a little out of whack. And then figuring out what that is how you can kind of bring yourself back up into even and finding that healthy range for yourself. So the other ones that are really associated with Kaphas, which I tend to maybe lead to that excess weight, would be the envious, the sad, unforgiving, dark, unmotivated. So depression is associated with the Kapha. The seasonal affective disorders, that's also a Kapha thing because they just get down, again, because of those heavy, dense, that just gross energy, and can be static. And so it just means it's not moving as well. And that's where the sicknesses can come in. So that's something to pay attention to. So if you're like, oh, I totally suffer from that, and then all of a sudden I am gaining weight because I'm not moving, don't feel motivated to do anything. Those are all associated with Kapha imbalances. The Kapha, when they're in balance and they're flowing, like these are the people who are just, everyone wants to be around them. They're just that magnet of just, oh, this person is just awesome. That is the Kapha energy. So in general, how do we work that Kapha balance? We need movement. So starting the day out strong with movement is huge for Kaphas. So anyone who has some sort of, especially in the winter, I live in Minnesota, and so it gets dark in the winter. So I usually have anyone who has issues with getting going or getting movement, morning. Like that's when I'm like, do it in the morning, start your day off. That way you don't have to think about it. It's done. You feel great. Brisk walks. They're the ones who can handle those faster paced walks. Getting outside and just going with a friend is really good as well. Yoga, the ashtangas, the vinyasas, the power yoga. These are awesome things for Kapha energy to do because Kaphas can push themselves. Every Kapha client that I've had that I've made do a headstand could do it the very first time. They've never tried it before, never even was on their radar to do. And I'm like, let's do it. We're doing it. They could get up the very first time. Like it took me months to learn that. And I'm like, this is amazing. And so the Kaphas tend to be very, very strong. So lifting heavy to medium weights, 8 to 12 reps, they're also strong just in body. They can really push themselves. But again, because Kaphas don't tend to enjoy working out, group fitness is also key because they love to be around people. So they don't mind working out if they're partner training with someone or, having a personal trainer, someone to talk to, or in that group fitness class, because that motivates them to be around other people. And then dancing. Dancing is so awesome for Kaphas, which again, when we think about like Mother Earth figures, we think about, maybe women, in the early 1900s, even just dancing around a fire and just free flowing. That's that earthy spirit. So this is definitely a Kapha energy. So those are the ones I would associate with Kapha. So just to kind of brief recap, the Vatas, So that energy is up here. The grounding that we need is routines. So vatas, to bring that energy and funnel it down, it's routines. The pitta energy, that sharp, that focus, that driven energy, self-care to help bring them and funnel them down. And then the kaphas, to help bring their energy up, it's the movement. So that way it kind of gets them going and gets their juices flowing. So those are a quick recap and brief introduction into all of the doshas. And we're going to kind of go on this series, and I'm going to talk each week about an Ayurvedic concept. So I'm going to talk about, Ayurveda's approach to weight loss. That's actually going to be one of my topics that I'm going to do, just because I do have that unique blend of personal training and yoga teacher and Ayurvedic lifestyle coach. I have all three, and I'm going to utilize all three of those knowledges or knowledge bases and pull from them all and give you guys the best things that I can, because I found that my clients, after learning about Ayurveda, like, they are getting way better results because I can really direct them. Like, I know which clients are pittas. I know what they need. I know how to motivate them better. I know my kaphas. I know what they need. And my vatas, I know on some days I need to just do some yin yoga with them. They need to chill out. So those are the things that I have found to be so beneficial. So I want to teach this to you guys. So every Tuesday, I'm going to work on doing an Ayurvedic concept. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to find me on Instagram, Andrea Clausen21. Send me a DM, send me an email, comment on the video below. Totally fine. And if you guys really want to know more about your dosha, Andrea Clausen /Dosha Quiz. And then you can take the quiz to figure out exactly which dosha you are as well. All right. So I look forward to chatting with you guys on a weekly basis. And everyone have a wonderful week. Namaste.